Hello, hello, welcome. This is the 6 yard box. You're welcome. This is 6 yard box. This is all about 90 minutes where we take a look at the game we watched a couple of days ago. That was our game of the weekend, which was on Saturday. And it was Tottenham taking on Manchester United in the Premier League game day two. This is a match reactions to that game. If you're new to the channel, please smash the like. Thank you to all my subscribers. Really appreciate you guys 200%. Let's get straight into it. Yeah, so this game was second game for Tottenham under the new manager and Postecoglou. This game was a little test, just to see how the team is doing. With a new manager, a new system, new way of playing. This is like a way of testing yourself against one of the big boys in the league. And coming into this game after that 2-2 against Brentford, I was as a Tottenham fan, I was a bit wary. I knew we were going to play the same way because the manager keeps saying it to anybody that wants to listen that he's going to play the same way against any team. And I think it just worked to perfection, really. The system was 4-3-3, and or 4-2-3-1, where we don't have the ball. And it was the team list. I'll give you the team. In goal was Vicario. Right back was Pedro Porro. Centre backs were Van der Ven and Romero. Left back was Joji. And you have the midfield. You have Sa, and Sa was a bit of a surprise. I thought Skip were going to play, but you had Sa and Bissouma in midfield, and you have Sonny, James, Madison, Kulicheski, and then you have Richarlison up top. That was the team. And the game kicked off. I was surprised with when the game kicked off because Tottenham were a little bit. They were struggling when the game kicked off. They were trying to play out from the back, which is what the manager wants them to do. But I think it was just a bit of nerves. They were giving away the ball. Even Doju was giving away the ball. Manchester United pressed high, which I didn't think they were going to do. But they do that, they've done it against some Liverpool as well before in the past, and they got, I think they can't sustain it. But the midfield was where Tottenham just dominated them, especially in the second and first half. They had some chances, Manchester United. There was a chance for Rashford earlier on was played in. Was played in by Bruno or something like that, squeezed into that angle. He was trying to get onto the ball. He ran past Romero, and then Rashford is quick over short distances as well. And the way he just ran past Romero was a bit of a shock. And he got into that space, and the keeper came out and made a good save as well. And that was a scare. But United, you can see they were more. It was not like they were, playing beautiful passes. They just looked really more decisive when they won the ball back. They were getting into Tottenham half really quickly, and it was, they could have scored. They had another chance. This one was from beautiful cross from Luke Shaw on the left-hand side, left back for Manchester United, and Bruno. I didn't know how Bruno didn't bury that. It was a free header, really, and he missed it. Tottenham, on the other hand, came into the end, towards the end of the first half into the game, hit the post through Pedro Porro. Beautiful play from Sonny, running across the center, the penalty box to lay Porro off. And then Sa as well was hit the post from a cross which was deflected. And towards the end, Tottenham were coming back into that game towards the end of the first half. You can see what the manager is trying to do. It was ended goalless in the first half. Second half was a different ball game. I don't know what happened in the second half. Tottenham, it came out and it was pressure. The way we move the ball around, the 1-2 passes in tight spaces. There's always options on the ball. And yeah, they just couldn't live with that. They couldn't live with that in the second half. And Tottenham got their breakthrough when Kulusevski, the ball was laid to Kulusevski on the left hand side. Was it on the right hand side? He what do you call it? He ran into the box, and Kulusevski was disappointed with him in the first half because anytime he gets on the ball, he was trying to take shots instead of sometimes when you come inside on your left hand side, you can play the pass, you can find the pass as well. You don't have to be always trying to take a shot every single time. So this time around, he ran into the box. So I don't know what United defenders were doing. They didn't even track him, and he put the ball in with his right foot, got a deflection off, and then the ball dropped nicely. It was landing, and Sarr just came behind everyone else and volleyed it. It was a beautiful finish, difficult, but it was a beautiful finish. And from then on, Tottenham just took control. Madison really surprised me because sometimes when a player plays for other clubs, you don't really see them at close quarters. And Madison, 2 games now, I've been really impressed with the way he pulls the strings. In midfield. There was there was a time whereby he got the ball in Tottenham's half and he just turned left 2 defenders for dead. And this is and I think the problem Tottenham have, especially with our wingers, they need to be taking people off Sonny and Kulu. And we just played really good football. Really, the fans were, they were just mesmerized by the football. And yeah, it was only a matter of time before we got the goal. I was thinking we had to get that goal, and that goal came from a beautiful move. Madison swinging the ball to the left hand side, and Perisic with a beautiful nutmeg stroke cross into the box. And Ben Davies, he could have. I think he tried to miss that, man. I'm not sure if the ball was going in, but Lautaro Martinez had to put something on it. And United couldn't handle, the midfield, the energy, the recovery runs of Bissouma, Sarr especially. They just couldn't handle that, that midfield, 3 in midfield, with James dropping in there as well. I think Manchester United just couldn't match that intensity, and that's why I said as well in the match analysis that I did before the match that the 2 midfielders alongside Casemiro, they are not naturally defensive midfielders. They are not box to box. They like to play in the final third, and and that's what happened. It was just exactly the same thing that happened against Wolves. But the manager knows well. I think the manager at Manchester United, Ten Hag, knows well the way he wants to play. I think he's gone off from the way he used to play with Ajax. I think he needs to get back to that. I don't know what his plans are. I'm not a Manchester United fan, but I think he needs to go back to what he wanted to do, whereby he needs people on the ball to dictate the pace of the game. And that's what Tottenham have in Bissouma. And it was just incredible. It was really, really good. And Tottenham just basically towards the end just passed the ball. They could have got more goals as well. And I think that's the area they need to work on. They need to kill off games and just score more goals. But all in all, it was a good performance. This I was before the game. I was thinking this would be like a perfect performance. Tottenham could actually go and do what they did to Manchester United. It would be a perfect. I said it was 2-1 to Tottenham, but it's a good test for the boys as well, and it's all about confidence. And they go on to the next one. So yeah, really, really happy about that game. The fans were incredible. The stadium was jumping, was bouncing. I think the manager, he wants to play a certain way. He needs to get the players. He needs to play that way as well. And some fans saying, "Oh yeah, Conte, let's the shackles of the player." No, man, Conte didn't have the players that he wanted, and the same thing is going to happen to Postecoglou if he can't get the players he wants. So I think that's the main thing, So yeah, it looks like he's got a clear mind about what he wants to do anyway. So yeah, and this data-driven stuff that Tottenham are using now, really, you're kidding me? They are using data-driven now to data-driven analysis to recruit players. In 2023, they are just doing that now. Come on, man. God no, God help us at Tottenham. So what have they been using before? I thought because I was thinking that's what your recruitment should be based on. It should be data driven. It should be, go and watch and see the player yourself. It should be players' characteristics, everything that forms that's the makeup of a top player. That's what you need to look at before you actually sign the player. But yeah, good results, and we move on to the next one. And yeah, really really happy about that one. So yeah, and I'd like to say shout out to the fans as well. They made a really really loud and really, really loud and what do you call it? Loud. What's the word I'm looking for? Loud and passionate. Passionate ground as well. They were just, it just feels like really felt really intimidating as well. I think the only thing they need is like fireworks and bombs or something. I don't know, but yeah, but it was good. It was good. So really happy about that. We move on. Thank you for watching. This is all about 90 minutes where we look at the game that was the weekend game that we did a watch along the main game on Saturday game live, which was the big game on Saturday. So Tottenham beating Manchester United by 2-0. And there was a couple of decisions as well, penalty. I need to talk on that as well. I think the ball, I think for me, was not on ball because it was too close to him. His hand was that's the only way where his hand would go. He was just too close. He couldn't move his hand out of the way on time. And yeah, that's just it. People keep saying, "Oh, what about it was because Manchester United didn't get a penalty against them? That's why the referee." Come on, man, stop that. you know, you know, two different situations, two different officials, different games. Let's look at games in isolation, because people are different, referees are different. So, but yeah, thank you for watching. This is all about 90 minutes, and please subscribe, like, share the channel as well. Let me know what you think about the game. If you're a Tottenham fan, if you're a Man U fan, let me know what you think as well. Do you think you should panic? I don't think they should panic, to be honest. But they need players in, especially in midfield. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. Take care. God bless.